and welcome to what is the FRL Racing League Round 2 at Brands Hatch. This is race 1 of the night, qualified P3. There is a mandatory pit stop with tyres. You can take fuel if you like, so you split the diff. Seems to be the strategy for this one. So as you join us, coming up to the line now, heading into turn 1. I think we got a good start here. Green light. Race 2 will follow, so do turn through for that one. A massive thank to all the legends that comment on the uploads and races that support. I really do appreciate it, and I have you all on the legends list at the end. And just a massive thank you. It blows me away. It's really cool. This was last night's action, and we've got some great racing to come up and show you right here and now. But as always, I'll give you the first lap and try and explain and give the narrative of the race as it goes. So at the minute, we managed to jump into P2. Looks like there was a massive crash back there, and it looks like the top 4 or 5 have managed to break away. So as it stands right now, me and KD, the old 9 from the last one at Nürburgring, all seem to be in the pack. A little caught out here. I think the Ferrari's got real cold tyres, so quite lucky not to go into the back of him there. So I'm just getting caught out at the minute, just with the cold tyres. Everyone's in the same boat at the minute. Pressures are roll down. You don't really want to smash into any of the curbs either on the first lap. But yeah, intense racing as always around Brands Hatch. It's really difficult to pass unless there's a mistake in front of you, which of course you can try and force the error, but it's really difficult, especially when you've got some real quick guys in the field. Well, there's no discredit to anybody. They're all pretty fast in the field. But yeah, coming around on the first lap now. Relatively successful lap. We managed to take a position, and we're just showing our inside there. It's definitely looking, definitely in the radar there, which is good. Kind of messed up the entry to that one, but yeah, it was a bit of give and take the full entirety of the race. Very high dramas, ups and downs, as you will see. But yes, the edit was done yesterday, so I'll do my best to try and keep you updated with it. But yeah, heading into lap 2 now. It would appear the Ferrari's just got the better traction at the minute out of the corners, and all nice doing a good job behind too of keeping with us. But a lot of yellow flags being waved over the last couple of corners, and it was like that the entirety of the race. And any one of the cars going off and rejoining could spell the end of your race, so you just got to try and read the races as best you can. But I had a lot of fun last night. I couldn't tell you on the formation lap, the way they have the FRL set up, you don't kind of have a second gear. So I was trying to warm the tyres up, and I had no drive in second, and with my pedals being a problem as it is, I automatically thought that was my pedals absolutely dusted, so I nearly quit to pit. It was so lucky that I persevered and went to the green light, realised once it put us in second that we were all good. But it's something I'll have to get used to, as well as the rest of the field. This is it, ending on lap 1 now. Looks like he's just pulled a little bit of a gap. The tyres definitely coming up to pressures. I think we're just coming up onto the end of lap 2 now. There's a car coming out the pit lane. What a bad place to try and catch a car here. The McLaren does a good job of coming out the way there, so big thumbs up to that guy for coming out and not getting in the way of the lead race. You can see we're putting a lot of pressure onto the front left here as well. It's already changing a funny colour. The pressures will fluctuate up and down just as much as you pass, and I believe I get an off track there, I think, yeah. And we're literally 3 laps in. It's not what you want 3 laps into the race. I think I get a good drive out of here. We're definitely into the draft. You need to be about 0.5 behind to benefit from the draft. I was running full wing last night as well with a Bentley. Yeah, just showing him the inside, but there's just nowhere to go at the minute. The guy in front is extremely fast, and I highly doubt, given the positions being reversed, I'd be able to do the same thing in that Ferrari, because it's a fucking nightmare over the curbs. It'll hit one way a certain lap, and it'll be absolutely fine, and the next lap you'll hit it exactly the same, and it'll ping you off. So big congrats to the guy for just wrestling that bloody thing around like the way it is. So right now, yeah, well, the last time out at the Nürburgring, the strategy was to pit in early, but as we've got not a lot of traffic in front, we're not really losing any time. So we're sticking with it at the minute. Just having a look. There's nothing on. And if anything, I compromise myself a little bit heading into turn 1. Coming up on Jack Williams there, is it? Yes, in the Audi. I believe he's taking his pit stop. I'm not too sure if Owens was the one who got caught up in all the shenanigans at the start. I'm not even sure they got off the line without all the cars crashing before turn 1, so I'm not sure what happened. Looking at the replay, big thank you to him coming out straight out the way there. I'm sure KD2 was very appreciative of that. No slowing us down. And what a fantastic track once you've got the setup as well. This is one of my favourites for sure. Could do this one blindfolded, but again, it's not without its dramas. You'll see. And, I have a very pro pit entry pit stop. You'll see that one. So my idea with the pit stop when I did take it was, you know, maybe I could jump KD a little bit faster a lap at the minute. I'm definitely losing a little bit of time in the draft with the lack of grip. So I'm not sure if I'll take it now or in the next couple of laps, but it's very soon. The whole point of not coming in is just to make sure the tyre pressures are the right pressures, basically. It takes a couple of laps for them to come up. I believe this is Tornado in front, coming out the way of the 488. Thank you very much, buddy. You know, there's a big thumbs up to all the guys that make an effort and are aware of that. I appreciate it. It's not easy in the heat at the moment. You want to put your foot down, you don't want to get overtaken, and I can appreciate that, but it's difficult because all it takes is one car to move out the way, and this lead battle's out of the way. But yeah, 7 laps in now, and we are bumper to bumper. Feeling a bit like I could go a little bit quicker at the minute, so I believe the pit in will be pretty soon. But yeah, we're 7 laps in, and it's just give and take at the minute. Managed to drop Lil 9 a little bit, 4 seconds at the minute. Not sure if he had any damage or whatnot, but I would suspect he probably does because he's as quick as the pair of us. So yeah, just coming up onto finish lap 7. Surprised I didn't come in there, but yeah, the edit is a little weird to me. I don't know what's coming up next, so I'm just doing my best with this one. This is the very first take of it too, which it normally is. So do forgive me if it's not the best quality, but I just like to... yeah.
Car on the right.
Good defending, you know, you just have to defend that inside line, there's no grip around the outside. But back to it, I'd just like to thank everybody that does comment and like and takes the time to watch the uploads. I know they're not quite PC quality and the racing's not always the best, but I appreciate the regulars that do come in and leave the comments. It really means a lot to me. It pushes up in the algorithm and encourages me to do more of this stuff, so big thank you to every single one of you. You all know who you are. And if you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. If you're new to this channel, do subscribe. We've got a lot more content coming up. We are at Monza tomorrow, which is Tuesday. It's a live stream around 7:30, and we're at a wet Monza. And when I say wet, it's flooded. And if you've ever drove a Bentley in the wet, the traction control just will not let you go anywhere. So this is going to be an uphill struggle. I may as well get out and do a sponsored walk. The amount of grip and traction I've got. Ooh, hit that really rough there. I'm going to lose some time. So yeah, coming up onto the end of lap 8.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
I've got yellow flags in sector 1, it was like that the entire race. So I believe we're about to come up onto the pit stop. Now, kids take some pointers here and there, but yeah, I wouldn't take too much away from it other than to brake maybe a little bit earlier, and I can suspect with that you know what's coming, so yeah, check this out. I thought this may have been race over. The guy in front is extremely quick, and you really don't need any sort of damage on the car, wherever that is, so check this.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. You're not really fine, you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Well, I can't really say much for that one, other than that was an interesting pit stop. It wasn't the fastest way to come in the pits, I must admit, but we've given ourselves quite a bit of damage that we didn't repair. It was like 11 seconds or something, at least 10. Bring up the delta at some point, or the MDF to have a look, but yeah, that wasn't ideal. Big damage around the right hand side of the car, and I'm thinking once he's pitted, oh, and a big thank you to Chica for coming out the way there, number 55 I believe. Thumbs up, cheers buddy, could have sat in front for a lot longer, and a lot of people did, but thank you very much. Now coming up onto to take the P1, I think he's still in the pit there, so he's had a bit of a mare himself, and that gap. Pretty lucky, but now that I'm thinking 12 minutes to go, we've got a lot of laps still left to run, and I have damage on the car, but my pace stayed relatively good. Coming up on Mr. Error now in the Bentley.
Car on the right.
I believe he had a good race too, I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to check that out once we get the edit done, but I was really wanted to get this one out of the way and early. So big thank you for Mr. Arrow for coming out of the way. 667. Coming up onto Sector 3 now, there's a McLaren. This, I want to apologise for. I hadn't, the speed difference really caught me out big time. Wasn't expecting it, and that just added to my damage, you know. That's not the way you want to pass someone. And that's like damage to the front as well, you know. With the sides you can kind of get away with it. Anything to the rear and the back, it really messes around with the aero balance. And this is it, we're basically coming up onto the last laps, and any sort of off tracks like that by cars can be the end of your race with the rejoin, so it's how you read it. Coming up onto Scotty Turbo now, 727 in the horrible coloured skyline. I must admit, it's brown and pink, but big thank you for coming out of the way, buddy. Paint the bloody car blue. Jesus. Coming up, this is the last lap now, and I think the Audi there had a lot of damage, so I'm not sure he tried to get in my way on purpose. And that was it, boys and girls. A big thank you to all the legends: Six, Giles, Chris, Crazy, Lexus Dude, Dell, TJC Gaming, Foyer Racing, Brooker Gaming, Rashid, and RVR Closet. Huge thank you to all them boys that keep commenting on videos and keep me motivated to do this sort of thing. Do join us for the next race, it is incoming. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Peace and love.